So here's the new starter for my 7.3 daily. This is from DB Electric. This was $125 plus shipping, I believe. And I will take out the old unit and sit it beside it so you can like see the difference in size. This thing is ginormous. The size comparison between the two starters. They're kind of similarly sized. This one is definitely a bit smaller, the body of it. I mean, if you look at, this is a 4 kilowatt starter. I believe these are 3.5 or something like that. The reason I took this starter off is this is one of the Power Master units. And the reason I took it off of the truck was because it is noisy. The starter that came off prior to it was very quiet, but was not very powerful. And I was like, well, I'll put one of these starters on there. This one worked great. It would turn the vehicle, it would turn my truck over fast, but the problem was it was noisy. So I tried messing with, you can see right here, how this adapter plate, the spacer plate goes on here. And this is where I figured out just that little bit of engagement, movement. You can see there's like around 30 thousandths. If this starter didn't sit dead bang where it needed to, it got noisier or it stayed a little quieter. But I just was not a fan of how this station deal adapter went on there and went in place, and everything about it. I just did not like it. It never sounded right, no matter what I did. So I'm gonna try out this unit and see how it goes. The only thing I dislike about this unit is they build these without the third bolt. We'll see how that goes. I'm not a huge fan of that, but if it's quieter, that's what I want. So we're gonna toss it in there, see what it does, see how fast it turns over, and see how long it lasts. So it's mounted up. Wires are in and everything. You can tell right off the bat this thing is large. One thing I will say, between the frame and this starter, I have probably less than 1/8 of an inch right there. So I'm gonna run this the way it is for right now and check it in a few miles and see if with the frame or with everything moving around, if it tries to touch. If it does try to touch, I will clearance that little bit of web that's right there for that starter and go from there. The cable fit just fine from where it was, but everything's on top of it now. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so it's been about 3 or 4 days since I filmed the original video of installing the starter on the 7.3. It's about 20 degrees out, 25 degrees out today. The truck is not plugged in, it is in the shade, it's in the coldest spot I can put it, and we're gonna see how fast it'll start. And let me tell you what, it starts fast. So check this out. Grab it over here. So you can see right there, my mileage, obviously. No engine temp. I have not started this thing. Cycling the glow plugs. And there you go. I couldn't be happier with this starter, honestly. Even though it has the 2 bolts on the mounting flange instead of the 3, the way it's stationed into the adapter plate for the 7.3 worked fine. It works perfect. It is very, very tight to that cross member. I am most likely going to put a relief in that cross member just so the starter has a little bit more room in there. I have driven it, and it's not touching or anything. There's no marks on the starter where it's been touching, but for peace of mind, I am going to put a small relief in that cross member. So if this video helped anybody out, please like, tag, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit me up on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, I'm there also. I don't put a ton of content on YouTube yet, but I'm working on it. And yeah, so follow along if you can. I appreciate it. Thank you.